Good morning and happy Sunday, people. I'm so glad that another beautiful day welcomes you, and I in turn welcome you to another Artist Spotlight Sunday. I am your host, Deep Spawn Logic, bringing you incredible independent artists with amazing independent music. You know, I remember back in the day when I lived in Brooklyn, there was not a day when I didn't have a book in my hand. I could get on the train, and as soon as I sat and opened my book, all of the noise, grit, and grime went away, and I was transported to another world wherever that author wanted me to be. I especially loved books that were filled with suspense, horror, and science fiction. So today, I am so excited to bring you someone that does just that with his superb writing of horror stories and his indie rock music. Let me introduce to you indie rock artist and award-winning book author Ace Antonio Hall, also known as Nzondi. Let's blow out these haunting candles because the light is shining bright. So let's go. Nzondi was born in Queens, New York, and as a kid resided in the Bushwick projects of Brooklyn. In elementary school, Nzondi would write comic books with his friend Jonathan, and he would also make up stories about the monkey man in the witch's path to scare his nieces and nephews when they were small. While in middle school, he taught himself how to play piano and also played trumpet in the school band. After high school, he became more interested in music, where he started learning and implementing drums, bass, and guitar in his music writing. I asked Nzondi if there was anyone close to him personally that helped influence his interest in music and writing. He said he has a cousin that played the upright bass for many jazz artists, including the great Nina Simone. Also, Nzondi's father, who was a songwriter, artist, activist, and author, wrote the lyrics to Miles Davis's So What and Bitches Brew, both sung by the great Eddie Jefferson. Nzondi's father was also responsible for creating Little Zeng, a character that was the first published African griot superhero. He was published 3 years before the original Black Panther in 1966. Nzondi acknowledges that while growing up, real pain and horror had been a part of his life. He decided to pour the anguish, terror, and confusion about life into writing horror stories. He also said that after playing a ton of survival video games like Resident Evil, the stories just bled out on paper. He admires great authors such as Octavia Butler, Linda D. Addison, Robert J. Sawyer, Stephen King, and many more. Nzondi has had the privilege of having many of his short stories published in anthologies and print magazines, and has also been nominated for Horror Story of the Year. But the cherry on top was being the first African American to win the Bram Stoker Award for Superior Achievement in Young Adult Fiction for his book, Oware, Mosaic, published in 2019. Pete Norwalk, the creator of ABC's hit show How to Get Away with Murder, he said he is a brilliant writer, one readers and critics should be watching. New York Times bestselling author Alma Katsu also said, if you are looking for a story that's daringly imaginative, Oware Mosaic will scratch that itch. So if you like horror stories, be sure to check out Oware Mosaic, Lipstick Asylum, Confessions of Silver Slasher, and Lord of the Flies. Now, let's take a look at the music behind the artists. Michael Jackson, The Rolling Stones, Prince, Elvis, Led Zeppelin, Curtis Blow, Barbra Streisand, Jimi Hendrix, Run DMC, Tina Marie, and so many more. These are the artists that Nzondi grew up listening to. The wide range of music, artists, and genres that he appreciates allows him to be free with the music he creates today. His songs reflect his many moods, inspirations, and influences. He says it's a great feeling to write something from the heart that someone else can relate to. Once again, it's pain and heartbreak that assists his songwriting, along with guitars and popcorn. Yes, I said it, popcorn. For some reason, lyrics start manifesting in his head whenever he eats popcorn. So you know what? Let's get some Jiffy Pop popcorn and delve into his music. First, we're going to get into the alternative rock song Teenage Rockstar, which is a dope collaboration with Fredo Starr from the legendary hip-hop group Onyx. He also credits Dave Moreno from Puddle of Mudd, who played drums. This song was inspired by a character in Nzondi's vampire book, Blood Teens. Then he has the punk rock song Dirty Underwear, also known as the Yeah Yeah song, with lyrics like, "You disgust me, it's time to come clean, because everything ain't what it seems. I think it's time to change your underwear." Well, alrighty then. Look, sometimes you just gotta tell it like it is, and this song does just that. This song can be found on Nzondi's EP, The Tequila Anthem Listening Party, which was released July of this year. The Artist Spotlight favorite playlist pick this week will be Nzondi's song, Tequila Sunrise. This song was produced by Fat Cat Vega, who has also worked with Queen Latifah, Gangstar, and Naughty by Nature. Make sure to check the links in the caption to follow Nzondi because you're not going to want to miss his new single coming out September 29th called Light It Up. And he has many other projects coming up in the future. He hopes to one day be able to collaborate with a couple of his favorite artists like Lenny Kravitz and Rage Against the Machine. He is confident it just could happen as long as he stays on his A game, and I definitely agree. I asked Nzondi for a piece of advice or a quote for his fellow independent artists, and he said, "Don't practice until you get it right. Practice until you can't get it wrong. That way, you'll always look like a star." And that's why Nzondi shines so bright. Thank you all for joining me once again for an incredible artist spotlight. Don't forget to follow Nzondi and listen to the music links provided in the caption. There will also be links where you can find his book information. This is also the perfect day to listen to some amazing music from all of the Spotlight artists. Make sure to listen to the Artist Spotlight Sunday Favorite Picks playlist on YouTube and Spotify. Thank you once again for joining me for another Artist Spotlight. I hope you all have an amazing and blessed day. Until next time, hugs and love.